Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends review on the Chasm figure from the Vintage Collection Retro Card Wave of 2023. Not that familiar with Chasm. I do know that it is Ben Reilly in this suit. He was dropped in a vat of ooze from the Beyond Corporation, and he has this anti-gravity suit. I believe it's an anti-gravity suit, and he also has some new abilities such as web manipulation, so he can manipulate his webbing after he shoots it, and he also has an offensive spider sense, where he doesn't just react on the defensive, but he can also react instantly on the offensive, and he's got all kinds of memory loss. So a lot of weird things going on with this version of Ben Reilly, but he's got a cool new suit, and I do think he looks really cool, and we'll talk about the figure more, but first, let's hit the theme song.
Spiderman, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking fast shits, Spiderman, subscribe.
So we have this updated packaging over here, retro card packaging. Instead of the old cartoon look, we have this new design, which actually looks pretty neat. Nice image of Chasm over there. Nothing on the sides, but you can see on the back we get a 3D render image of the figure, and then there's a read-up over here that says, a near-fatal battle between Peter Parker and his clone Ben Reilly leaves Ben rising from the quantum goo as the villainous Chasm. See, you mentioned goo. And then on the side right there, nothing going on top or bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Chasm out of the packaging. And just first impressions, I gotta say, I did really pick this up because I think it looks cool. I do like this outfit. It's a pretty sweet looking design, and that's the main reason for the purchase. And I do think the paints on this figure, they don't look so bad. But there are some shortcomings, and I will gripe about those in just a moment. So let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So very limited number of accessories with this figure. I mean, I do like these effects right here. They do look cool, and I'm glad that they come with the figure. Of course, I'm happy they come with the figure. You know, it's part of the character's design and everything. Wish we had maybe a little bit more of these, just compared to another green one. I think this came with Dr. Doom or maybe Enchantress. I don't know. But yeah, these look pretty cool for what they are. I feel like from certain angles it looks like there's a little bit of a shadowing effect on them, but I think that's just, you know, the way the light's passing through. But you only get the one set of hands. I really wish we had thwipping hands. You know, like all the Spider-Man figures should come with thwippers, punchers, and crawlers, but we only get punchers. And with him having a new web telekinetic ability or whatever, it'd be nice to have some thwippers at least. We do get a brand new head sculpt, and I do think it's a very cool head sculpt. A little on the big side. Remember, as we get more muscles, our skulls don't grow, and I just think it looks too large. But, you know, I'd like to know what you guys think. Maybe you agree with that. Maybe you disagree with that. I'm curious to know what you got to say. For the most part, I do think the line work right over here and the paint applications look pretty clean. And then the rest of the figure, it's pretty plain. I mean, we have the Sunfire body mold, which I do like. However, it would have been nice to see the Renew Your Vows body mold. I do prefer that one over this one, especially because we got the whole pin issue going on right over there, which, yeah, when it's double-sided like this, that's when we need the pinless joints especially, right? But, you know, the line work does look good. The paint applications are very clean for the most part. I have to, you know, emphasize that most part because not everything is absolutely perfect. They didn't skip on the back paint, so that's really good, and you could bend that forward and you could see the lines keep going, so that's very cool. And when you bend back, you can see the logo keeps going, so that's nice. I do think the paint applications, and see, most part, not very clean right over there, but mostly clean. And then purposefully messy right over here. I love those classic Ben Reilly shooters right there, or web shooters anyway. And yeah, a little bit of that mist effect right there. Is that what that's supposed to be? I'm assuming that's what that's supposed to be. And then again, hey, no paint on the hands. I just had that interview with Hasbro. They're talking about painting cobweb patterns on hands and how that costs a lot of money. And I'm like, hey, there's no paint needed for that. Just the plastic would have been cool. But anyway, looking at the rest of it, No shadowing effect or anything like that for the black portions. You just have these trim lines right over here that are just decoed on there, and you get peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So I will pass on a thorough articulation segment. We're all very familiar with this body mold, but we have the new head here, and I just also wanted to mention that the paintwork goes all the way up into the neck right there, and I do think that looks pretty cool. I do like having the disc hinge on my figures. It gives you the most range of movement, and unless it has the bent dumbbell joint, you know, that Mafex does. But anyway, yeah, you get a little bit of head pivoting right over there too. The butterfly joints work out really well, and again, paint is solid throughout all the joints, so I'm really happy with that, not getting rubbing and stuff, so that's very cool. I can't really move them outward more than that right there, which is less than 90 degrees. The wrists still move up and down fine, so they're not hindered by the web shooters right here. And I will say that the knee joints are a bit on the gummy side. It's fairly warm here in this garage, but still, it feels like it's a little bit on the gummy side. Now, a lot of people say when that happens, Hasbro's being cheap. It's not necessarily being cheap. They don't save money from that happening. Oh, I didn't realize there's little lightning bolt thingies right here. Just noticing that now. It's just that they put in the wrong order for how strong the plastic is supposed to be. So it's like they gave you a ham sandwich instead of a turkey sandwich. They're not saving money on giving you the wrong meat in that particular situation. Now, if you're talking about roast beef or pastrami, well, that's going to cost more. But yeah, they don't save money by doing that. It's just an oopsie. Now to measure out this Chasm figure, you could see that he is standing just a little under 6.5 inches tall. Then for a Marvel Legends Ben Reilly comparison, you could see we have the Ben Reilly figure from the Vintage Collection wave with the updated body, and then we have the also retro card Scarlet Spider right over there, and I gotta throw a head on here. By the way, I mean, look how small that head looks compared to that one. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like he has a big head. No? Is that just me? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about the big head thing. But you can see that putting this Ben Reilly head on here actually looks pretty good. And then here's Chasm next to the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man figure. And yeah, you can see how his head looks a little bit bigger than his head, right? And I wish this figure came on this body mold. It would have been nice, right? I had that conversation with Hasbro, why they can't. Wish they could have. And then here's Chasm next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, bro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love by sending it via like button. I do appreciate it. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And a big thanks to all of you guys for watching. I know a whole bunch of people have reviewed this figure already. It came out a little while ago, I guess in the UK or other places, and it's been trickling out over here at retail for a little while now, and I've had this figure for a while now, and I'm happy to have finally opened it and play around with it. I got what I expected. I got a cool new looking figure, and really, it's one of those things where I knew going into it I was going to be disappointed, or not. I'm not sorely disappointed. I got what I expected with the Sunfire body mold. I just wish they went with the other body mold, you know what I'm saying? And I knew that going in, so it's like I don't want to spend, the rest of this video whining about that, but I just will say I appreciate it when Hasbro gives us our best. I like it when they give us our best, and this is not the best. So, yeah, I have my gripes about it for sure, but it does look cool. And the head sculpt, it does look big. You can argue with me all day about it. I'm fine with it, but I wish the head was just a little bit smaller. The biggest gripe I have is the lack of flipping hands. It would have been cool to get flipping hands and some web accessories, so it is lacking. But as far as having a new cool suit in the collection, which is why I bought this in the first place, it delivers on that part, It's just not incredibly essential for the collection, you know what I mean? And there's not a lot of playroom, with him having a very limited number of accessories. So there's a lot of bummer over here, but I'm at least happy to have it, and I still think it looks cool having it in hand. So at the price point of around $25, I'm going to give this figure a Sud rating of meh. And I'd like to know what you guys think. Now, if you're emotionally connected to this version of Ben Reilly, I could assume that's going to make you want or care less about this figure, right? That's going to vary depending on the consumer, of course, but still, I'd like to know what you guys think. Give me some perspective on your opinion. Have you read the books, right? Have you not read the books and you still want it? I have not read the books and I wanted it. So let me know what you think. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace. Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, I sip my shot.